last look until the pond clears up.
Just set him in there real easy.
So what's up, guys? We are back with another video. Before we get started, go down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like this video. Today we are back with my pool pond, and this is one of the closest steps that we've been to finishing it. So we're going to be putting some structure and gravel and rock from the creek, all that kind of stuff from the creek.
That's right. We're going to take the tractor down and get a bunch of rock. We're going to try to get some creek gravel out of the creek and put in here for, I guess, called substrate for the bottom, basically to give it a little more natural appearance, right? And so we're going to take the tractor bucket, instead of just scooping it up and dumping it in here, we're going to do our best to get the rock as clean as possible. And more than likely it's still going to dirty our water up, but it's actually really clean, really clear. There is a little bit of debris on the bottom, but the way we have the water set up, the way it flows in, well, our pump's over here, but I've got the water set to where it kind of makes this water go in a circle, so we don't have a skimmer or anything. But that pump does pull up a lot of debris. But it's kind of neat because you can see how the water comes in and it's a lot cleaner around the edge than it is out in the middle. So at least the water's circulating, huh, Houston? Mm-hmm. So other than rocks and gravel, what else do you want to put in this thing? Because you're way more of a pond expert than I am. Plants,
maybe some lily pads, if we can find any.
Well, we don't have any lily pads around here. The biggest problem with lily pads for our little pond, Houston, is going to be the trees. You know that?
Yeah.
So I really wanted to put Houston's little pond in a shady spot. It does get a little bit of sun throughout the day, but not a lot. But I wanted to keep it shady because we get close to 100 degrees and above 100 degrees for several weeks in the summertime. And I was afraid that summer heat in this metal tank would just cook those little fish. So we kept it in the shades. I don't know how well we'll be able to put aquatic plants in there. I'm sure there's some shade loving aquatic plants. We'll just have to do some research, but Houston wants to put some gravel in there, some rocks. We may get some cinder blocks and build some structure and some different things for bait fish to get in to hide and all that. We still don't have any fish in here. We did put a couple goldfish in for a few days just to see, and they stayed alive. They did just fine in there. And there's a ton of ants that fall out of the tree and always little bugs and stuff, so they have lots of food.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this. So we won't have to feed them a whole lot because of the ants. They'll eat all the bugs that are going to be in there. They will eat a lot of bugs,
and I guarantee if we put like just a small light over this thing at night, it would really have a lot of bugs in it. Mm-hmm. But we probably don't need to do that, but that's an option that we could do. So anyways, let's go get the tractor fired up and get the front bucket on there and go get some rock. Mm-hmm. Speaking of ants, one just fell in while I was talking about him. There's one right there, if it'll focus on him.
Right there.
It doesn't want to focus, he's too close. There he is. You saved his life.
Ah, I hate ants.
So today's video is sponsored by Crowd Cow. We've had a partnership with Crowd Cow for a long time. So Crowd Cow is a marketplace for high quality meats that creates a meaningful connection between the farmer and the customer. So people can know exactly where their food comes from and get higher quality meats and seafood that tastes better and is better for them and their family. So when I say higher quality, you guys know we raise a lot of our own meat. We put a lot of meat in our freezer from our own livestock, but not everybody can do that. So Crowd Cow is a place where you, as a customer, can have a meaningful connection with where your food comes from. You can actually go on Crowd Cow's website and go through and look at specific farms, so you know where that cut of meat is coming from, and that's a big deal. So the way Crowd Cow works is very simple. You just go onto their website, crowdcow.com, build your box. You can become a member. You can set up when you want that box scheduled to be delivered to your house, because it's going to come frozen, prepackaged frozen. All the meat's going to be shrink wrapped, and they put dry ice around it, so you can get this on your schedule, so you know when you're going to be home to have it delivered, and you can get it put straight in your freezer. So if you want to become a member or join the herd, as they say, you can get 5% off your order and you'll get free shipping on orders over $99. So let's tear into this month's box and show you what I got, and then we're gonna do a little cooking. So this month I decided to go with all pork, and we love our sausages. You guys know that. So everything came from 2 different farms, Penderson Farms and True Story. So the first one is a sweet German uncured smoked sausage. I got a couple of those, and then I got a double smoked bratwurst, also from Penderson Farms, and Chileriano Berkshire sausages. But the main thing, this is my wife's favorite thing ever from Crowd Cow. If you don't do anything else, do this. Load up on their bacon. We got 6 packages of the True Story Heritage Berkshire uncured bacon. My wife was skeptical about this at first, but this is her favorite kind of bacon, so we get a lot of it. Should you need an excuse to throw a summertime cookout, Crowd Cow's got everything you need for a classic barbecue at deals that can't be beat. So whether you take the time to smoke your own favorite meats, or you just want a no-fuss meal with hot dogs and hamburgers that are ready to cook and with sides. They also do sides and desserts. They've got you covered for a delicious weekend. Hey man, you forgot your bun.
I don't need a bun.
Well, give us a taste test. I've never had this kind before.
Neither have I. That's really good.
So be sure to check out crowdcow.com/armsfamily or check out the link in the description box. Crowd Cow's also throwing in free items for new members. You can also get, like I said earlier, 5% off if you join and become a member. So huge thank you to Crowd Cow for sponsoring today's video. Alrighty, Houston, so I think our best game plan that I can think of is I put the water hose in here. We're gonna go ahead and let the water hose run through this and try to let some of the dirty water out, clean the rock as at least a little bit. But we're gonna start with these bigger rocks and kind of lay them in there and place them and stack them and give these fish some places to hide and stuff. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, also I want to try to put in some crawdads in here for the fish to eat and catfish and all that, so they can get bigger.
Okay, we'll see. we're definitely going to need some more big rocks, but we're trying to make a couple structures so like this where fish can go underneath it. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. I may get the GoPro and go underwater in a little bit, but this one over here has got a spot where fish can go underneath. But I want some more big rocks to make something tall to where if Houston decides to put his little radiator slider in here, it's got a place to get out, because turtles have to get out of the water to breathe. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting some gravel in here. I'm not worried about having a perfect layer of gravel on the bottom. We just want some gravel to cover the bottom, and then hey, if the bluegill or anything tries to spawn, they like to have that sand and small gravel and stuff to make a nest in, right? Well, Houston,
We got a muddy mess.
now you got a big dirty mud hole, but I bet you it won't take that long to clear this up. It should be cleared up in an hour or two, maybe not 100%, but by tomorrow it'll all settle.
I bet you. If this is cleared up within 2 days, you have to subscribe if you haven't already.
Well, so another thing, adding all that rock raised the water level substantially. So instead of trying to scoop water out, all I did was just take my hose from the pump and the filter and just kind of point it out. We're gonna lower the water level an inch or two because we've still got stuff to add, and when we put fish in there, we don't want it to be completely filled to the brim because hey, one might jump out, you know it?
Yeah. There's 3 herons. You better not be eating our fish.
I can guarantee you those herons are eating your fish 100%, but there's not much we can do about them. The pond's not blue anymore at all.
Not at all.
With all the rain we had for the last few weeks, the pond is back brown again. So while we wait for the pool pond at the house to clear up, we're gonna give it several hours. Yeah, there's turtles everywhere right now.
Baby, there's a baby.
I think Houston and I are gonna put out a fish trap over here next to our feeder, and we got some structure and stuff in there. So we've stocked this pond with tilapia and bluegill and everything. So I'm hoping we can actually catch a few tilapia to put in his pond. That would be pretty cool to have some tilapia in there because they produce offspring every 3 weeks. So that'd be a good food source. And if we catch a really big bluegill, well, he's probably going in there too, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, let's get her set out.
Yeah. Oh.
Smash your finger?
Yeah, got in between.
Get you some bread to put in there. Let's see if we can get anything. I think Bella's on your rope. There you go. All right. Let's let it set for a while, see if we can catch a tilapia. Well, I took a piece of bread and put it on a little tiny hook on an ultralight, and look what we got. This thing. Earl, get back, Earl.
That's definitely going in our pond.
That is a massive bluegill, Houston.
That is bigger than my hand.
It's bigger than your face. He's huge.
That is the biggest bluegill that I've ever caught.
That one's definitely going in your pool pond, at least for a while.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that thing. He keeps spinning on me.
Holy.
Is it clearing up at all yet?
Yeah. Told you it's been clearing up a little bit. It's still
pretty
very,
dirty to me.
Very dirty, but it's cleared up a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna take. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a day or two.
Yeah.
I think I got something on my ends. What do you think?
You got a leaf right here.
That's much better. I can see you now. So it's going to take a little while for this to clean up. Even when I stir up the creek, it takes it an hour or two to clear up, and that's with moving water.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do, Houston, is acclimate this guy a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of the other water from here and put in this bucket, and let him kind of acclimate a little bit before we let him in there, okay?
Yeah.
All right, you hold on to him for just a second, and I'm gonna get some other water in here, and we'll mix it. All right, set him back in there. Hey, I really wasn't planning on adding fish in there this soon. I wanted it to clear up so we could get it all looking good, but you can't pass up a giant bluegill like that, huh?
I know.
Those are the ones, I wish we could catch something like that to do a catch, clean, and cook.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
We may have to do a bluegill catch, clean, and cook from the pond soon, you know it?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You think he's ready to go in?
Yeah.
You think you can catch him?
Yeah.
He might be a little slippery. All right, let's see. Let's see him, let's see him. I mean, we've seen him several times, but
Yeah, I've had him.
Earl wants a chance at him, don't you, buddy? Don't you, Earl? All right.
Last look until the pond clears up.
Just set him in there real easy.
Oh, that's so cool. This big of a bluegill. And this big of a pond.
Let's just hope your water clears up. I think it will. Probably by tomorrow it should be cleared up, but we'll leave it for here. We'll leave it right here for now. We may
Leave it for right here.
Yeah, we'll leave it here for now, and we may go check your trap later this evening or first thing in the morning, and then we'll check back and see if this thing clears up.
Yeah. You gotta come down here and kill them. And we're back with chocolate milk.
All right, well, it's the next day, and Houston and I did not make it over here early this morning like I was hoping to check his trap. So I'm sure by now any fish that were caught in the fish trap, in the minnow trap, are probably gone, but we're gonna check it, and then we'll go to the house and show you guys how much his little pool pond is cleared up.
I've looked at it, and it's pretty much, I'm not gonna tell you.
It's pretty much, I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Pull it in.
Moment of truth. I see nothing right now.
I see a big hole in your trap.
Oh.
You see that? Yeah, there's nothing in there. Well, I can see why there's nothing in there though. Look, I can just stick my hand through the trap right here. That's a bummer.
So we have 2 of these traps that are broken. Both of them.
Well, they're cheap. We've been using them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think you guys will be happy with the results on the pool pond.
Yeah.
It's we'll go show you real quick.
What'd you find that you were getting away from? Oh, here's the big bluegill. Right there.
Found him a hiding spot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right next to the pump.
And he knows that. There is some spots for him.
Well, I think we might have put a little bit more rock in there than we intended, but we still got some areas that aren't really covered. We need to kind of smooth it out a little bit. A lot of the rock when we dumped it is right next to those big rock structures that we made, but hey, that water's pretty clean.
Yeah.
So all the dirt settled. Our rock's not as clean as what it should be, because after it was all cloudy, all the dirt settled. So when you go down in here, you know, you stir up the dust, but the rock does get a lot cleaner. So we could do a little bit of work, and
yeah, we will soon.
We got to move some rock around, kind of even it out, but we got some nice fish structure. There's a little tunnel under there, and anyways, yeah. So your big bluegill's good. Your water's clear. You know what I say we do? What? Put the rest of your goldfish and the little fish in your little tub in there real quick.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, it's ready for them.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, we got most of the water out of this little tub so we can actually catch the fish. I think there's 3 goldfish.
Yeah.
And a couple little small catfish in there.
And there's some other stuff. I do have a baby bass in there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to find him. He's gonna be hard to see right now.
Yeah.
There's too many things to hide around. We need to get the rocks and stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alrighty, dude. We got all the fish out of your tub. Looks like you got 3 goldfish, a couple shiners, 2 bullheads, and 2 small bluegill.
Yep.
And your square net doesn't fit your round tub very well, round bucket. Just set them down in there and let them swim off.
There they go. Now that bluegill is gonna be the biggest fish in here.
By far.
Yeah, by far at least. Got 2 cold fish and 1 bullhead.
So these goldfish, just so people know, these were actually bait that someone had left over from catfish, and they had bought goldfish at a bait store. So if they if something happens to them, it's not a huge loss. I mean, they were just living in an old nasty cattle trough when you took them from there, huh?
Yeah, worse than this. Woohoo!
There you go.
Fish pond. And now my hands are dirty.
So there you have it. There's Houston's fish are now in his first ever pool pond, cattle trough pond, whatever you want to call it. And they do have lots of places to hide and stuff. We'll probably continue adding some structure. We're going to try to add some vegetation in here, but there's a lot of places like we showed you for catfish and bluegill and stuff to get in and around. They can go under that rock. This one over here, the catfish immediately went over here and went under that rock. So there's places for them to hide if a raccoon or something does decide to try to come out here at night, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, buddy.
Yay!
Are you excited?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Well, all right, let's wrap this video up and go do something else.
Yeah. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, we'll see you on the next video. Peace. Thanks, Crowd Cow, for sponsoring this video.